Alright, folks, let's go ahead and get started. I'm Darren Valley, and welcome to another episode of Star Technology. Where once again, we've run into a bit of a kerfluffle. So I know I said I was going to make like a bunch of these assemblers and send them all out, and I am dying here for lack of iridium. We need these ruridit, just can't say it, wires, and I just don't have any, the iridium. Uh, so okay, I'll show you that later. It's basically right now we're making iridium from one of these. It's iridium sludge, maybe metal residue, and we get that from the rarest metal mixture, right? Okay, and then so we get this from the centrifuge, right? So it's a 6-to-1 ratio. Not to mention the fact that getting the Aqua Reggie up and running, it was down, and nitric acid was down. I had to fix all those. It's fine. But the point is that rarest metal residue, it's a 7-to-5 reduction. We also get the osmium, but whatever. We're not worried about osmium. I've got enough osmium because we don't use it for anything other than osmiridium, and we don't have any real use for that yet. We will. Maybe later I'll complain about osmium. But right now we got tons of that, but it's this. So 7-to-5, right? So about a 3/4 reduction. And this is a 5-to-4, right? So another 80% reduction. And then the iridium here in the chemical reactor with hydrogen is a 4-to-1. So I don't even know. That's like a 15%, like a 7-to-1 reduction all told. And that's fine. I don't mind that, except for the fact that this is still a 20-second recipe and we can't make it better than IV. So I was gonna move. Actually, no, it's not even this one. It's oh, come on, I just had it. This one that we get from here, right? Rarest metal mixture. It's the centrifuge, and and that's right. This is a 6-to-1 reduction, so it's as fast. Now we get the platinum group sludge fairly quick. That's only 2.5, and we've got it up to 0.6. So that one's not a big deal. Nitric acid might slow us down, but I think mostly it's just going as fast as it can. Not that big a deal. It's this one here, so it's a 6-to-1. So it's still, we're only getting one every 25 seconds because it's running on the HV lines in the general area. So then it's the 7-to-1 ratio. So it's really only one iridium every 175 seconds. So like every 3 minutes. That's crazy. So I was gonna move it over and just move it over to like an HV centrifuge, make it go a little bit better. Maybe I'll do that, but the problem is that we're kind of coming right up on the edge of this chemical line reduction. It means we need the chemical plant. It is I guess that's CPM. I should probably move it over. But man, it really, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what we should be doing. I want to do this recipe. I just can't yet. Oh, so many things. So, I'm stuck in like decision paralysis right here on that. Yeah. So maybe this gets dropped down to a centrifuge. Now that I've talked it through with you guys, I'm thinking maybe that's the best way to do it. Really need that iridium, and there doesn't seem to be any other real way to get it. I mean, it doesn't come from anything other than platinum group sludge. So, okay. That's kind of answering my question, I guess. It's not going to make it fast, but it'll make it, well, it will. It'll make it 16 times as fast because we'll pump it up, and I might even give it a better one. Whatever. We still need to make this this guy here. And this one we've run into a stopping point too. So I can get lubricant and soldering iron or alloy over just by using the fluid things. But it turns out that I was expecting we could just use the rubber we've got. No. Not good enough. We must use styrene butadiene. Not even the new one, right? There's there's a different perfluoroelastomer. Can't use that. It has to be yeah. So anyways, it doesn't matter. We need to go make that. So the plus side though is, you know what? Maybe we'll see how it goes. Oh, I can't go up there. The reason I've got the clean room one is I was thinking maybe I wouldn't have doors, and then I could warp in there and that would be fun. And then it turned out that wasn't very much fun. The more I thought about it, so I didn't. And I don't know. It's still probably a good idea, but okay. So in here, what does this guy make? Oh, this makes the steam crack stuff. Right, and steam crack stuff comes over here. It makes heavy fuel, naphtha. Okay, so just so we're clear, heavy fuel is like the Bane I've got right now. These are all heavy fuel. So that's 8, 16, 24, 32, 32, 40, 48, 64, what is that? 80, 96, and then we got some extra refinery gas. So we got 96,000 buckets of heavy fuel, and I don't know what to do with it. It's not going to help us. Well, whatever. I'm complaining a little bit. I don't need to. Regardless, one of these is butadiene. Yes, that one. We're not getting very much of it, but we're hopefully going to get enough that I can make this work. I just realized I don't have any more pipes. I do have. I realized that the 64 buckets in the aluminum cell was too much, so we're not doing that. I will. So basically, it's easier if we have different kinds of things. So I'll have some aluminum cells floating around. I'll have some. One of these is stainless steel. So we'll have some of those. We can also use buckets. Buckets are a nice alternative because right now the only thing we have that can transport stainless steel is, I think I was using large pipes. That's a huge. There's large. The only thing we can do that is 6. All right, good. The only thing we can do that does acids. I'm just trying to get there. Is the stainless steel pipes. And that's going to be an issue. So, don't. I need to start using that warp there. Anyhow, let's see. Can we reach this butadiene? Oh, so close. Okay, good enough. Good enough. And then go ahead and do this. This is what I've been spending a lot of my time on. Is this little miniature puzzle that pops up every time I need to transfer fluids now. Sorry, I'm sighing because hey, I really want those ender links things to work. It's a cover, and apparently it worked in like an older version or like not community edition or something, but it's not working on this one. Okay, so let's grab 2 of those. I gotta prepare myself a little bit better. I was just looking and seeing that we got to do this butadiene, and I really wanted to do it with you guys. So, empty one goes back here, right? And then we'll put the full one in there. Okay. And I also like the fact that that fills up instantaneously. It's like a good compromise between the single bucket cells and the other ones. Okay, so you're going in there, and we need to figure out where this butadiene is going. Butadiene, something. Okay, so the rubber needs a chemical reactor. Oh, I gotta go make chemical reactors. Wait a second. We gotta make this first, which is also a chemical reactor. Okay, so we gotta go make a couple of these large chemical reactors. And those are... Eek. Yeah, there's a lot of ick in that. It's okay. We will see what we've got. I might have a couple of those huge pipes. I do not. It's polyphenylene. Okay. I can grab. Do I maybe have? Surely I put it. I have one. Okay, that's what I was thinking of then. Okay, so we'll grab you. Ooh. All right, I'll be back. I'm just gonna go make these. We've seen them made before a billion times. There's no better way of doing it. The biggest thing is these large polyfluoroethylene fluid pipes. So I'll be back. Okay, a couple of little shoplifting bits from the ever helpful automated machinery. Particularly, I really don't like making these because I don't like making the stainless steel rotor, but it's automated for, I don't know, IV pumps or something. Okay, so we should have a ton of TTFE doohickeys. Right. There we go. That's enough. That's enough. We got the pipe casings, the Cooper nickel blocks. We need a couple of maintenance hatches, and I'll figure out what kind of energy hatch we need in a minute here. What else do we need? We need input hatches and input buses. Let's just grab all of those input buses. I'm tempted to start using ULV for all this, but for now we're still using the MV. Okay, so across the other side, down to large chemical reactor rooms. And one of these lines should now be rubbers, but I don't think that they are. Sorry, that sounds so weird. I intended to, but I don't think I actually managed to make that happen. So let's go ahead and do we have enough? We don't have. We could, but it would push into there. So instead, let's go over here. It should be the same. Let's just go ahead and trust it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is where they start. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They'll start right here, right? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're right there. Yeah. Okay. So we'll put down the maintenance hatch and 1, 2. Let's put them next to each other because I'm assuming this isn't used for anything else. Yeah, so there's no reason, and I don't even need to pipe it over. I'm getting a little sloppy. I know. I know. I know. But same token. There's so much that it's better to be quick than right every time. Because even if you try your best, you're still gonna kind of probably make a couple of mistakes. Not even because you're being sloppy, just because you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And that just is what it is. And I'm going to say some more aphorisms. Like, the late duck never gets the old man's bread. Or something. I don't know. But we're going to put these down. And now I got to figure out which way do we... I think we're just going to stick with left. Well, no, because we want... Well, we could just do it here. So just do it left to right. Okay. This guy wants 3 chemicals. Oh, do we have styrene? Oh, no. Benzene and ethylene. Benzene and ethylene. Okay. Gets us hydrogen and styrene. Which is funny because we're going to avoid the hydrogen. And yeah. Okay, so we need a third one. Ethylbenzene, which we get from coal gas. And that's not a thing that I'm going to do. We might later, but I'm kind of getting tired of... I need to go make another one. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Then when we get... Well, let's set this up first. No, I'll be back. I'll be back. All right, I decided on EV because it's expensive, like kind of expensive. It's like going out to eat and spending $20 when you could go to McDonald's and spend $5. But I keep warping down there. Not ideal. We'll have inflation. We'll have like energy inflation here shortly. So I think it'll be okay. Auto hatch, and this guy goes here. And then let's go ahead and lay these out. And I know you just saw, oh, you know what? I don't have enough. which is okay. Because I actually just, despite the run here, I should probably like carry that warp staff with me. That wouldn't be the worst idea, would it? But I did throw some more of these in to make during the quick break there. Bro. Oh no, I want to be over here. Okay. Reorientate. All right, so we'll start with styrene, right? Because we've got butadiene, and oxygen will be easy, I think. So we'll start with styrene. Oh, and that's just literally ethylbenzene turning into styrene and water. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. We can do this. I can figure this out. So these get a little fussy. And then you're going to go here, and I don't mind blocking the maintenance hatches anymore. We don't ever need to access them. And even if you do, you can, well, I don't have this one fixed, but you can access it from the little plus that's up here. So it's not like it's the worst thing in the world. It's just, you know, I'd like to see it. I just remember that I've got it there, maybe. We'll hit pump. You can import, and all right, this is the butadiene cell, and this one sends the empty steel cell back. Good. And where did we have butadiene? So for here, so we'll set that up, make that go, and that way, since we're going to be grabbing, I think it was butene, right? Literally the next one down. Over the cat, and you get that one. Perfect. Okay, so one more time. You and styrene, and then styrene wants benzene, not butene. Benzene and ethylene. Okay, ethylene will be easy. Benzene. Okay, I can do that. And I don't have to remember colors, which is nice. I do have to get my pipes, though. Almost. People almost had cause for my lampooning. Okay, got those ones. And we'll just warp back. No. Oh, hold on. We wanted to be up here, didn't we? I can remember what we're doing. We're getting the benzene. You'd think chemists would be polite about it. You know, just give us normal names, not weird chemically names. Come on now. I want Grantham's Master Exploding Chemical number 5. That's what I want it to be. I don't know who Grantham is, but what I want. All right, we'll do steel again because we're not using anything else. Just for funsies. You can go in there, and then I need you to exit this side, please. Oh, you got it. Okay, perfect. It's just black, so you can't tell. Alright, you go in there. I can go there, and we don't know where it's going yet. Okay. So yeah, this method does mean I have to go back and forth like 3 times. But the flip side is, since I don't have to remember color combinations like the ender tanks, I also... Okay, this one will go over on this side, right? So we'll do an input hatch. And I'm kind of setting this up like really a lot before I even try, so that might cause us grief. Need another router. And put that there. Hit it with a pump. I don't have enough spots in my inventory in the hotbar. I'm sure that's a very common complaint, but it's my turn to do that complaint. All right, you're gonna send the empty one back, and then once again we're gonna go back. So it's ideally it's like a 3 generals problem. It's there, back, and there again. But frequently it's like 5 trips. Okay, cool. It's got the benzene, and then ethylene. How are we gonna do the ethylene? I think we might try to cheat a little. See if we can make this. So you're all the way over there, but I am making ethylene. Like right here. No, that's polyethylene. So this is ethylene. Good. Can I... Oh man, it's going to be close. Okay, let's try it. So I can do input hatch. There. Set it to transfer out. Oh, it's so close. And which one is it? This one. Oh, so close. So close. No, it doesn't have... This is the source. Okay, never mind. That's not going to work. I can't guarantee that it's not going to have some in it all the time. Like right now, it's... I don't know where it's working. But let's do steel. I know that I haven't done steel yet, so I think that'll be okay. Put that in there, along with a couple of these. Grab that. Grab another steel cell, because I forgot to mark it before we went. So many things. And this is empty steel cell. That goes there. This will come out and go into this one. And because these ones are sending stainless steel, I don't have to worry about them backing up. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if one of these was backed up. Okay, so that means that we get another router. I'm going through these routers like nobody's business. And this one is only got 2 inputs. Nope. So we can just do that. Put the router right there. Pipe it in. Running out of pumps, which is okay. We've got lots of pumps. We're also still doing HV everything because okay, this one is empty. So this one, and you can go back in there, and then this one can go over here. We're still using HV everything because perfect. And then ideally, they'll block each other if something else needs to go in there. And theoretically, we should be making this fast enough that it never really empties. Although not quite. Well, we are filling in a buffer, so that's probably okay. Anyhow, we have ethylene and benzene, which means we need 2 output hatches. Put one there. We'll hit it with hydrogen. Honestly, okay, here's the deal. I'm just gonna... Normally, I would just void it, although I do need 3 slots over here, so maybe I will just... This doesn't need hydrogen by any chance, does it? It needs oxygen. That's not helpful. All right. So you can go there, and we will just put a fluid voiding cover on it. And you'll be hydrogen, lock, and set you to go. All right, and then the output hatch goes there. No. Output hatch goes. I guess I could. I don't like doing it like this, but I mean, we are going to because it's awful silly to like loop and even piping it out is silly. So, yeah. All right. EV. We need to get some power over here. I have not enough wires, so we'll have to go make a an EV receiver here. Let's go do that now. Should have plenty. Plenty of endearing wire. In fact, I've got the endearing wire right there. I always go check that first in case I need to make some. And then it's just the EV, EV hatch, which is back here. I have succeeded in making back rooms that I can't figure out how to get around in. Which is one. And like everything else, probably could get away with different power levels. This might even cause us grief, but this was supposed to be a real quick episode, but then it kind of went off the rails a little bit, didn't it? even still, we're gonna get this made, and it'll be awesome, and everybody will be so excited. I know you were just hoping. You woke up this morning, you went, I hope you make Styrene Butadiene today. And I was like, oh, I can't help but satisfy those desires you got. Solar. Right. And then now we have... Nope. I'm going to go ahead and take this because I don't want to pop that. Well, actually, I was fine the first time. We're not going to put... we're not going to put in... I put that there. Skip one. And it goes into the aisle. So we're not going to do that. Yeah, okay, we're good. It was good the first time. That's what we want. We will Endurium wire across. I've already blocked off my access. Good job. Oh no! Nobody sees that. It's not a problem. It's okay. Everything's fine. I'll actually, if we continue this line, I'll just go around. It's fine. Okay, but you... Okay, look. That one. Okay, you're full. Full of styrene. Good. And MV input hatch goes here. So you've got butadiene, styrene, and we need oxygen. I guess there's... I do have oxygen right over here. And this one should always have some oxygen in it. Which one is it? This one. So let's try this again. Yeah. I don't think... Well, it's awful close. Because this is only 27 across all the way from the center to the outside. Let's try it. Styrene. Input hatch. I can't help but be lazy. It's not ideal. We should be doing everything exactly the same. The problem is, and I think that every time I do over here, I think every time I'm doing it, we should be doing it exactly the same every time. Perfect. Okay, so it is reaching. It is sending oxygen into here. Okay, and you need an output bus, right? It's gonna make a lot. That's not bad. I don't mind that at all. Okay. And then one more reactor. Okay, so this will be an output bus. Yeah, so the problem is the ideal is everything should be exactly the same. But for one, there's so many things that doing every single thing fully fleshed out. Like what I'd like to do here is, right, this is ethylene. I'd like to make ethylene. Oh, what? Yeah, I can't do it that way. We can do it this way. Right, I'd like to come in and we'll use this one of these, maybe? Ethylene, yeah, so like, for example, I'd like to take the ethanol and sphere cut. Well, but then can we do that? So I'd like every one of these lines to be completely from whatever, like, you know, the oxygen collector or this or that. Okay, now we decided this doesn't get used for anything else at all, right? Just the chemical reactor. Okay. I can live with that. So yeah, we will put an input bus here. We'll put an input bus here. Not ender drawers. Don't make that mistake again. And we need some sulfur. I actually have sulfur right over here. And so you can't make everything exactly the same. What of these is sulfur? Isn't it? Come on. Sulfur. I thought I was making sulfuric acid back here somewhere, but not. Polychems. Sulfur slime. It was ice. How did I mess that up? I don't know. Okay, so you are gonna get now you're gonna get the ender drawer. So not only can you not really afford to spend it. Oh, I should. Yeah, let's fix that. There's no reason to put that much sulfur in there. I could have used an LV. I know that. Or a ULV, but these are the ones that I just carry on me. Okay, so we're missing something, and I'm betting it's a circuit number. No. You have power. You have raw styrene butadiene. Oh, I never finished it. Okay, and then the output bus is gonna, or output hatch will go over here. And this one, I think, is actually... See, I don't like doing this. I keep running myself into quarters. But it hasn't stopped me from doing it. So, you know. Okay, this one we are going to buffer, because there's no reason not to. And you're going to have your output be that way. Yeah. And then we will hit with the modular router. Modular router can go there. The pipe can go here. And somebody jerk. Why were these not stacked with the others? I don't know. Okay. Let's go ahead and send it over. Let's go ahead and start with an empty cell. And I was also thinking about it. We could even use empty fluid cells, and they would be different than the empty universal cells. So we got lots of options. Is kind of what I guess I'm getting at. So we have this one now. This is better all around by definition than silicone rubber. But I've already got all the infrastructure in place for silicone rubber, so it doesn't help, I don't think. Okay. This one is going to get the empty fluid cell. Match MBT. And then you're going to get that. Oh. I know. There you go. Okay. So pull this out. Mark it in here. Wait a second. I want that one to go there. I want this one to not go there. That one has the butadiene in it. And I've got it. See, this is one of those ones where I'm going to have to make 3 trips. Yep. It's okay, though. It's 20 blocks, 2 warps, then another 20 blocks. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put it on this side. Oh, I could do it underneath. I should do it underneath. That would be much more clever. Another router. This one's empty. Okay, good. And then that one, mark. And I am very aware that I'm right by this edge. I will forget at some point. It'll always happen. And import. So it's got that one. So you can have that. And that should be all I need. We should come back to see one conveyor belt. And then I'm going to figure out the iridium. So this is kind of like a little interstitial episode, I guess. Where were we going? We were going to go over to the reactor room. So, right, because we need to send this over. Done. Now, I don't know how we're going to handle the fact that if we were going to consistently use the styrene butadiene, we'd have to put it all in place. I think what I'll end up doing is when we have an area that's using just a ton of the styrene butadiene, we will possibly just make a regular chemical reactor. Even though it's going to be very much more expensive, we'll make a regular chemical reactor, and then we'll transport over... Oh, I can't. And this is going slow because... Yeah, it's not styrene, it's the oxygen. Takes, what, 8,000? 16 16,000? 14,000. Okay. All right. You are not coming back. Uh-oh. Should have power. It actually should have run. Maybe it ran and it's already finished, which would be kind of cool. No. No. Structure formed. Liquid styrene butadiene rubber. Got all the things that... Oh, I know. No, it's got everything it needs down here. What is it missing? Oh! Oh, that's easy. I never actually made the data stick for it. I've got the data hatch, but no stick. Okay, we can do that real quick. That's right here. Should actually grabbed it while I was up there. Derp. So this is just a IV. This is a bit of running though. IV conveyor belt. Yoink. I do like the fact that, like, so we had very, very little tungsten steel for the majority of, no. We had very little tungsten steel for the majority of, oh my goodness. Can't put it in yet, can I? I have to actually make the stick. And that requires the scanner. I did pick up the scanner, so we've got credit for having the scanner. We made it about 2 episodes before we need it, I think. Okay. 23 seconds. So what I was saying, so when you've got the middle of, say, IV, right, we're still constantly struggling with getting enough tungsten steel. But sometimes we don't have enough titanium, right? The one that's the tier earlier. And then as it goes, right, we finally get to the point where we don't care about titanium and tungsten steel is the new titanium. Well, now we're at the point where iridium is the new tungsten steel. And we're kind of flirting with sometimes we have enough tungsten steel, sometimes we don't. We'll go check on it before we bounce. There we go. There we go. And I've got it set to only export 2, but we only have enough things to make 1. What are you... Wait, oh, it's a 30-second recipe. Yeah, so, gosh, there's got to be a better way to get iridium. I've been thinking lots of things. Lots of plans. I think realistically, we might have to go for making... Just go back to the beginning. You know. Yep, that's coming. Okay. Locked. Done. We have an LUV conveyor module, which transfers 16 stacks per second. And we may need that at some point. So there you go. The goal was butadiene styrene. We have got butadiene styrene butadiene. I don't know how to say it. I really want it to be something cool, but it's probably like, you say it blurg. And we've kind of, this was pre-Ada. Ada is the current version of the Modpack. So prior to Ada, styrene butadiene was the best. That's it. We've gotten all of the rubbers at that point. Now we've got the polyether stuff, and ish. What does that require? If we look at this, right, this one, and just one more time, look at it. Perfluoroelastomer rubber. We don't actually even use it for much. I'm assuming like the next version will kind of tie it into things better. But I mean, first off, this, oh, it's an LV recipe. Okay, well, so if we could get it, hexafluorobutadiene. So that's going to be 6 fluorine and a butadiene. Nope. Yeah, it is 6-to-1, but it's hydrofluoric acid, not, what's it? And then we get hydrogen acid. Good, great, awesome. And perfluoromethyl vinyl ether. Yuck. Tetrafluoroethylene we've got. So this one, and this is another LUV recipe, which we could make happen in a large chemical reactor. In fact, that's just IV. This is EPM. Okay. So we have to get the LUV. Yeah, we have to get the LUV energy hatch, and then we could do 2 of them. And that would cost, right now, I think we've got LV, MV, HV, EV. We've got EV things. So every IV machine we run is going to cost us 4 solar panels. Every LUV machine we run is going to cost us 16 solar panels. And every ZPM machine we run is going to cost us 64, a whole stack of solar panels. We maybe need to start looking at that giant battery. Yep, I think that might be in our thing. But I mean, this is nothing here is new. The fluorine is going to be tricky. As soon as I get enough, I know I'm not talking a lot, but as soon as I get enough tungsten steel, I'm going to finish off the thing downstairs, and then we'll get the so the rock filtrator is this guy, and it gets upgraded to the rock sifter, which is just LUV motors, LUV circuits, and water tight casing. We've got all that, and then it's kind of pricey in raw materials, but we only need 2 of them, I think. So crushing wheels are tricky, water tight casing, we've got the stuff, but that's a lot. Tungsten steel gearbox casing, right? Again, it's just extreme engine intake casing, tungsten steel fluid pipe, tungsten steel rotors. Okay, that's no big deal. So that all that stuff is in our future, and I think it's all just waiting on us to get to LUV proper with an assembler, so that I can make the next tier of solar panels, and in fact automate the next tier of solar panels, because I'm kind of tired of. I've been grabbing like just a stack of the 4s and putting them out there, but I think I'd like to put about 2 stacks down to the 5s. Anyhow, this has been a fun, quick little episode. I know it wasn't super quick. I try to target 20 to 30 minutes for the episodes, and they tend to run long, but fun, super quick little build. We now have an upgrade. It's a measurable change. I'm not going to change anything about what we're doing. The only thing that ties in there is where are they? Right here. We need all these, but realistically, you know what? I should just output to a solidifier and make the ingots too, and then we could go from the ingots to wherever the local usage is. Anyways, that's just logistics planning. We'll figure something out. So until next time, I'll catch y'all on the flippity flop.